Are you struggling in Gorilla Tech's Ghost Reactor? Well, then this is the video for you. Because in this video I'll be telling you everything you need to know about the Ghost Reactor. Let's get right to it. First, there are two ways to get to Ghost Reactor. The first way is heading into the elevator and clicking this button, which will take you right to the Ghost Reactor. Or you can come down the caves and go through this little hole, which will take you to the OG caves. Then just find this dark hole. And boom! You're here! So when you first get here, you'll find yourself in the lobby area. Here you can buy drop pods, access the computer, change your cosmetics, and do everything you'd normally do in Gorilla Tag maps. But to start your shift, you have to come over here. Through this elevator and click on Depart.
To begin your shift on a
Boom! Now this place has a lot to unpack. First you have the tool-o-matic over here and over here. This is where you'll buy all your tools. Then there's the juice-o-matic over here. This is where you put your chaos seeds to transform them into juice. Then over there is the career hub. For this, you have to grab your card and scan it. This will allow you to see your name, your title aka your rank, how much XP you have, how much credits you have, the maximum credits you can have, how much juice you have, and how much shiny rocks you have. This is also where you upgrade to higher ranks by clicking the request promotion. You can also increase your credit limit, or you can also buy credits for shiny rocks. Over here is the recycler. You can put stuff in here for money. Then there's this board and this board, which basically shows you everything you've done throughout the shifts. Then right here is where you drop your cores. And this board tells you everything you need to know. Then if you come over here, you can find drop pods. I'll tell you how to unlock these later. Now let's move on to the mechanics. To go into your map, just go over here. For level 1, at the entrance, you can find hockey sticks as free weapons. Any tool can be used to break boxes, which you can find cores inside, or maybe a monster, and maybe even tools. There are also these plants that generate cores over time. At the end of each shift, there's an anomaly incoming, which will instantly kill you. When you die, just head back to the spawn area and go over to this shower. And you're revived! Now I'll explain every tool. To buy something, by the way, you have to scan your card and then click it. These ABCD buttons are to select upgrades. So first we have the normal baton. This one you can trigger and it'll do the damage. It has a battery, as you can see over there, so only trigger it when you need to. The normal baton does 2 stars of damage. Also another handy thing to know is if you want upgrades, you need to level up. For example, the electrified spikes require full time. I'll explain how the leveling system works in a minute, but just know that you can't unlock every upgrade immediately. The first upgrade for the baton is the lead core. This costs an extra 200 credits and attaches to your baton. So you need a baton and a lead core and able to use it. And it makes the damage 3 stars. So that's 1.5 times stronger already. What? The second upgrade is the osmium core, which makes the damage 2 times faster. Wait, I forgot one thing. I need to explain this first. Wait. So after you're high enough level to unlock upgrades, you'll see that you need juice enabled to even research them and be able to buy them. To get juice, you have to put chaos seeds in here, then wait 3 hours, and then 1 chaos seed will turn into juice. And don't worry, this also goes while you're offline. You can have a maximum of 6 juice in it at one time. Okay, now we can go on. So the osmium core, this one will cost 600 credits, so you'll need a normal baton for 100 credits and an osmium core for 600 credits in order to use it. And this one just doubles the amount of damage it does, but only when triggered. This one same. And then finally, there's the electrified spikes. This is the highest upgrade and you unlock it when you have full time. And that upgrade does 2.5 times the amount of damage a normal baton does, so that's a lot. Okay, the most important tool in the game, the collector. Basically what this tool does is it's able to suck up cores. So each collector can have about 10 cores. When your collector's full, just trigger it in front of the dinghy and it will insert cores. It can also recharge other tools. And the first upgrade is the vortex intake. If you put it on your collector, it'll make cores over time. Then the second upgrade is the cyclone intake. This one, if you collect a core, so for example there's a core laying right here, boom, and now you get 2 cores instead of 1. So double the amount of cores you collect. And then finally the hurricane intake does the exact same as the cyclone intake, but it can also do an area recharge. The third tool is the lantern. Basically what this one does is just light up. But it does also have a battery, and you can't keep it on the entire time. You have to keep pressing it. because it'll turn off. So you can't just place it somewhere and then walk away, because it'll turn off. The first upgrade for it is the kinetic power. You put it on your lantern and it basically just makes it so you don't need a recharge. Second upgrade also goes on your collector, but this one drops flares where you walk. So if I'm walking like right here, maybe, oh, there's a flare right there, and then my teammates can see where I went. That's great. Great stuff. And the final upgrade is the gamma burster. This one just lets you see through walls. Who will want that? Nah, no. Boring. I'm kidding. X-ray ghost vision. Oh! And this is a new tool, and it doesn't have any upgrades, and it's probably the most important one if you want to beat the boss battle, which I'll talk about later. The revive. This one allows you to revive dead teammates. So for example, there's a skeleton right here, like a skeleton teammate. I'll just shoot him like this, boom, they come back to life. Yippee! And this is actually a vital part to beating the boss battle. Wait, I think I said that already. It's also probably good to know that for some tools you can find them in boxes. For example, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, this one is unlocked at part-time, so you need to be pretty high level to unlock this. So if you find one, don't throw it away. Then there's a shield. This one can basically block enemy attacks. You can find this one quite often in boxes. The sling shield. It attaches to the umbrella shield and basically makes it so you can reflect projectiles. So for example, one of those fiery heads is going at you. You just do this and boom, they don't go anywhere. Then there's the harm shadow, the second upgrade. This one does the exact same damage as a baton, so that's really good. You have a shield and like a smacky thingy. I don't know. And then finally, the final upgrade is the total defense array. But this one's basically just a mix of A, B, and C. So it's a normal shield, it can reflect projectiles, and it does 2 damage. But also remember, the more, further it goes from the left, the more juice it's gonna cost. So for example, the baton, 3, 18 juice, 36 juice, and this was gonna be like 92 if I'm correct. I don't know. It was something like that. It was really high. The flash. This is actually also a really good thing to have in later levels. Because in later levels you're gonna find armored ghosts. And if you want to remove the armor to be able to defeat them at all, you're gonna need to flash them a couple times. And that's what the flash is for, the spectral flash. You can find these laying around the map like a bunch. So there's an upgrade for this, which basically just stuns them for longer, because this one also kind of stuns them for 2 seconds. Maybe this one does it for 4 seconds, I don't really know. And then the second upgrade basically attaches to spectral lens and just boom, in one tap all your armor's gone, and also stuns enemies just like this one. And then finally there's the beta wave amplifier, and I don't really know what the difference is between this one and this one, because to me it is the exact same, and I'm not full-time, so I have no way of finding out, but just know that it's good. Now with this one I actually have a lot of experience, and it's probably one of the best things to use in a solo run. So basically what this does is you shoot someone with it, or yourself, and then it gives you a force field. So the player has 3 HP, and for example a crawler attack does 1 HP, gone. And this one gives you another HP, so you can survive 1 extra hit. This one has a couple upgrades. First one is the true bright nozzle. So basically you put this on that, and then when you shoot someone with it, then it gives you I don't know, it makes everything brighter. It's good. So the second upgrade is the stealth nozzle. When you're trying to attack a monster, most of the times it immediately sees you and goes in for an attack itself. But this one makes it so the monsters see you a little bit later. And then finally, we have the medic nozzle. This one, so for example, your teammate is at 1 HP, you got hit 2 times by a crawler, but he needs force field. So you shoot him with it, and then he suddenly has full HP again. Yippee! Then there's these things. These are the only things that I actually don't really know what they do. I didn't unlock any of them, but I think what it does is it basically just gives it more battery. So this one gives it more battery. I think this one also gives it more battery. This one, even more battery. And then finally, equipment. So basically, you buy one of these, put it on your wrist, and now you can carry another tool. Now this one, I think what it does, it just shows you this stuff and this stuff on your wrist, so you can just check it out while you want. I think that's what it does. And then finally the ready backpack. I think it's just like the wrist dock, but it's over here, I think. That's the most sensing, because it would be, I don't know, that's so vague. I don't know. Okay, anyway, that's all for the tool-o-matic and the tools machine and blah blah, so yeah. Now, let's move on to the leveling system. So basically, when you scan your card, you'll see something over here. If you're a new player, it'll say Visitor 1. I've played this game for a little bit, so I'm part-time too. So let me just kind of give you a rundown. So basically, The first level is Visitor. It has 2 tiers. So there's Visitor 1, Visitor 2. And when you reach Visitor 3, it doesn't say Visitor 3. It says, oh yeah, Temp. It says Temp. So there's 6 levels of Temp. So Visitor 1, Visitor 2, Temp 1, Temp 2, Temp 3, Temp 4, Temp 5, Temp 6. And then Temp 7 is Intern 1. Intern 1, Intern 2, Intern 3, all the way up to 10 or 11, one of those two, 10 or 11. And then when you reach Intern 12 or Intern 11, it will become part-time. And there's 20 part-times. When you reach part-time 21, it will be full-time. And then there's 50 full-times. And then if the game didn't change it, there's at full-time 51, there's null. And there's only one of those, that's max level. But for every level, if you want to level up, you need more XP. So for intern, it was 500 XP to go from intern 2 to intern 3, for example. Part-time 2 to part-time 3 is 1250 XP. And full-time, I think it was like 2500. And then temp was like 250. And I think visitor was like 50, or maybe temp was 50. I don't know, something like that. It was not that much. So yeah, it's gonna get harder and harder as you progress. Now we move on to the monsters. Wait, no, actually, I already did a series on all the monsters. So if you really want to know all the monsters, what they are about, and how they work, then watch my shorts. Because there's a lot of different maps in Ghost Reactor, so I'll just give you like a basic rundown of every single one. So the first level is more often than not just like this regular looking mines. Now this first level only houses one type of monster, and that's these guys. Stupid bugs. So they basically what they do is they just jump at you. Oh wait, I wasn't gonna explain. Yeah. And it also has free stuff at the beginning. Okay, then the second level is kind of like an more open area. The caverns, I'm pretty sure they're called. And this, the second level houses crawlers, which are like the skeleton kinds. I also have a video on those. I also have a video on the pest, which are those the bugs. And yeah, then the third map is most of the time also like just like that cave. Oh, and the fourth level is kind of like a room, like a cylinder, and there's like a path like this, and at the top there's a boss, Monkey, which I already made a video about. No, not a video, a short. So watch that one, and you need to kill it in order to go to level 5. And it appears, the boss appears every 5,000 meters. So that's 4,000, 9,000, 14,000, 19,000, 24,000, 29,000, like that. And it goes, the maximum is 31,000, and then it just go back to 30, and then 31, and then 30, and then 30. I'm better at pronouncing those words though. Then, like the maps just kind of like switch around. And at level 9,000 there's like a crystal, like a red crystal cave. And then from that level on, there's ice levels. So basically these ice levels house special monsters, armored monsters mostly, and there's a bunch of ice so you can slippery slide around. And then there's also 3 special maps. The first one is the horror forest, which is like the one from the intro to Ghost Reactor. Then there's the bayou map. And then there's the catacombs, which is also basically the bayou map. Those are basically the maps. So basically the strat for entirety of Ghost Reactor is to collect as many cores as you can for each level. So it doesn't matter if the cap is 9 cores, just collect as many as you can until the round's over. So you have to collect less the next round. Okay, then strategies for the boss, because I know a lot of people are struggling on it. So first I'll do like, so if you're with multiple people, you want one person with 2 batons. It's better if they're lead core, but it doesn't really matter because you can do it both ways. Then you're gonna want one person with a collector and a revive. But if nobody's high enough level, you can switch the revive out for an armor gun. But you're gonna have to be a little bit more careful with this one. And basically the person with the revive and the collector is gonna stand in a safe place, while the other guy just goes ham on the monkey, like this. That's the best strategy, is to go like this. Go like this. For example, that's the monkey. I'd go like this. I go like this, but then I suddenly get thrown off. Just make sure you go like this. And then I get thrown off. I make sure I still go like that, so I get enough hits in. So for the force field, just when you get hit one time, immediately run back and get a new force field. And for the revive, just keep hitting. Not while he's doing the spinny attack though. For every other one, you can just keep hitting him. And then when you die, just head back to the guy with the revive and get revived and do the same thing again. And make sure you have enough cores before actually going to the boss. Because I've had so many times when we beat the boss and then we have like 2 cores missing and the time's up. Oh, so annoying.
Anomaly.
Okay, and then the solo strategy is you take 2 rounds up to the boss, a force field and a collector, and 2 batons. And then, so the collector is basically just to recharge your force field when it dies. And then every time you get hit, just give a force field to yourself, run back, get hit, but do a lot of damage. Force field, you have infinite health. That's how I beat it. I made it to level 10, I think. Then we're gonna move on to the extra/miscellaneous stuff. That's really hard word to pronounce. So I really already had everything covered except for one thing. The drop pods. So basically, you need 2,500 shiny rocks and part-time in order to get one of these. And then you buy one and you can upgrade them with juice. So the first one basically just allows you to go to lobbies of higher meters. So yeah. And then this one allows you to go to lobbies of 10,000. This one to 50,000. This one to 20, and it goes up. So if you don't have any drop pods, you can go to the maximum amount of 4,000 meters, I think. And then these just allow you to go higher. So you will be able to go over here and have a personal room. So if you don't want to lose your stuff, you can just put your stuff in here. And there's also, it's basically like a personal elevator, because there's also, I think I showed you those, but in the actual like lobby spawn area over there, there's also like one of these rooms. Oh, that's a voice crack. There's also one of these rooms that has these things, so you have a personal room to drop all your stuff in if you don't want it to get stolen. Or you can trap people in there, but that's not very nice. Yeah, I think that's really it. So yeah. Well, I've been explaining Ghost Reactor for 40 minutes. That was so long. Now I'm bad at English suddenly. But yeah, that's really all you need to know. Tag me in all your Ghost Reactor related content and subscribe to me. Oh, another voice crack. Dang. And I hope this video gets out like sometime, because I don't know if it's even gonna sync because it's 43 minutes long. So yeah. Okay, bye!